This was hands down the greatest moment in my chess career. For many chess players, reaching 2000 is the big goal that they set when they first start playing chess. For me, that was exactly the same. And I want to show you guys a no-nonsense guide into 3 of the most important concepts that you absolutely must know in order to hit 2000s. Now, starting off with your openings, if you're going to play white, whether or not it's d4, e4, knight to f3, you need to know a lot about the concepts and the strategies behind your opening. For me, I play the bird's opening, f4. I'm not recommending this to you. I'm just saying this is what I like. I know all the basic ideas. I know where to put the pieces. I know the strategies and the positional ideas. I know how to play this opening, and I will basically never lose in the opening and always get into a good middle game. As black, you have to have a response for e4, and you also need a response for literally everything else. So if e4, for example, I play e5. I know what to do against the king's gambit. I'm going to play something like this. I know what to do against a center game. I'm just going to take and then develop my pieces like this. If he plays knight to f3, you're just going to play knight c6. And whether or not it's the Italian game, the Roy Lopez, or the Scotch, I have some sort of response, and I might not be winning all these openings, but I'm at least getting into even middle games where I'm trying my best to equalize. Now, against anything else, whether or not it's d4, whether or not it's knight f3, g3, the English game, just knight to c3, I think b3 to Larson, no matter what I see, I'm going to go knight f6, and I'm going to go into a King's Indian setup. If e4, I'll just go d6 to prevent this push. And the point is, this is a system that I like a lot. I'm not saying everybody should play the King's Indian. I'm just saying it works for me. I like it a lot, and I understand the basic ideas. I don't know every single line possible for the King's Indian, but I just know what I'm looking to do. I know which pieces are really good, and I know the pieces that aren't as good, like these two right here. Now, if you want to be a famous classical player like Magnus Carlsen or Hikaru Nakamura, ideas like strategies, positional play, grinding out endgames are very, very important. But if you want to be a 2000 on chess.com, usually in 10-minute rapids, the most important concept in middle games is tactics, identifying tactics and winning. Now, there are 2 sides of a coin here for 2000 rated players. So on one side of the coin, 2000s always find tactics. They're very strong. Here, white identifies that queen to d8 threatens checkmate in 1. This is almost guaranteed that anybody you play against will find this idea at the 2000 level. Funny enough, in the same exact game, even though any 2000 can find queen to d8, something that's hilarious is that they might miss it on defense and play queen to b4. In other words, 2000s are really good at spotting tactics, but defensively they have weaknesses. With that in mind, my suggestion if you want to get to 2000 on chess.com is to get a puzzle score of around 3000. This is the magic number where your tactics are going to be at a 2000 level and you're going to be able to find ideas to win games. Now finally, you should absolutely know how to convert winning endgames. Having a good opening to get to a middle game, then to hit a beautiful tactic and get an advantage, that's all well and good. But now we need to know, how do you win that game? I recommend going to famous endgames from Jose Capablanca or any of the other famous chess players and simply just saying, how do I win here? In this situation, Capablanca is up 1 pawn and it's a rook's endgame. I would literally put this position on your board and try to solve the position and play against an engine. In this position here, Capablanca is up almost an entire bishop, but he's down a pawn. How do you convert this endgame? How do you win? Play against an engine and try to beat the engine. One more position here, Capablanca has a bishop, he's down a pawn, and he has to try to win the game. Play against the engine, try to convert these endgames. You should play as many Capablanca endgames as possible with slight advantages, sometimes even where you're trying to draw. And if you do this, you're going to get better at converting strategic advantages. Hopefully that helps. Stay classy, my friends. Until next time.